Hello YouTube, back again. I thought I'd just make a follow-up video from the one I did about LSD, because this drug that I'm about to talk about was the first sort of hard drug I ever did. Like, the lighting's off, right? I'll just hold it. This drug was probably the first hard drug that I ever did, alright, okay? And it's called MDMA. Pills. Ecstasy. You could call it whatever, Molly. You know what I mean? And I was 17 when I first had this drug, and I was going up to Stockton a lot of the time on Tees, in Teesside, which is the county above Yorkshire. And I was mates with this guy called Josh, and we were proper pals. We were back in 2015, this was. And we used to smoke a lot at his house. A lot of weed and shit. But this time he bought pills. And I was a bit reluctant to fucking have it at first, because I was 17 and the only thing I did was booze and weed at this point. And yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think he bought 3 pills, but we went on a bit of a bender after. And basically went to his, got stoned as usual from what I can remember. And I think I was like, nah, I'm not doing it, mate. I'm not doing it. You can do it if you want. I've heard shit about this stuff. It can harm you and stuff. And he was rinsing me for researching, which, you know, looking back, he's the fucking idiot, not me. You know what I mean? You gotta do your research on these substances. You're putting something in your fucking body, for fuck's sake. What a moron I hung out with. Anyway, yeah, it were like these little capsule things, but they were it were blue, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then he took it, and I fell asleep because I was knackered from the weed. I was also 17, so it does that to you. And I woke up to him tapping me, absolutely gurning off his face, right? And I found it absolutely fucking hilarious. And he was trying to convince me, no, you've got to do it, mate. Oh, you've got to, oh, mate, please. If you've taken this drug, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I just found it really fucking funny that he were doing that, and he was like, "Oh, this is the best feeling I've ever had in my life. Just fucking neck it, Reese, neck it." Like, and then I did. And the thing is, there were these fireworks going on at the time in the town that we're in. Well, it's technically a city, but it's a big town. And we went to trek around the outer bit, which is where the woods is. I can't really explain the place. It's like, you know, if you've been to Stockton, you've been. And yeah, we went to the fireworks display, and oh my god, it started to hit me. I just saw the fucking lights. My fucking jaw was swinging. I couldn't stop smoking fags. I literally couldn't. I was inhaling them. And I kept seeing strobe lights going past me constantly, and my mate just constantly reminding me, "Mate, Reese, you need to remember, you are on a Class A not psychedelic, you're on a Class A drug called ecstasy, okay? You're on ecstasy, you need to chill out." And I found it funny, the whole thing funny. He was trying to, like, for like 20 minutes, like, "Oh, you're on it, please, just fucking realise that." He must have thought I was an idiot, but I was just trying to have fun, enjoy the moment. And it was a very fun experience. And then, I don't even remember the come down the first time I had it. Honestly, I don't. It was absolute bliss. It was pure fucking bliss. And we took the full pill. But I've never reached that state of ecstasy before, and I don't think I ever will again, because it's not something I want to do again. I've done it, I've been there, done that, you know what I mean? I used to go to warehouse raves taking the fucking shit, you know what I mean? I've been more into MD than acid, because acid is just, you don't do acid all the time, trust me. I've explained that on my previous video, but MD, oh my god, I just get fucking jittery teeth, and fucking I get shaky just talking about it, because it just brings back those feelings of anxiety and shit. And that I used to get from it, like when I came down and stuff, because I came down for not the first time, I think it was a few times, because we took some more the next day because we didn't have any left, and he bought 7 pills. Right, come on, we didn't know shit at this point. I would not fucking take this many pills in a short space of time, right? Because if you take MDMA, it can fuck up guys' penises, it really can. If you're a woman, it's not really going to affect you sexually, but I mean, it's still bad, isn't it? If I were to recommend MDMA to anybody, sorry, I just had that song on because I used to fucking play that on pills. I'm trying to think what else I used to fucking bash out on pills. No, I can't think on top of my head. But yeah, the second time it was alright. I don't really remember experiencing it. I just remember buying them. I don't remember really the second time I did it. But I can't even count how many times I've done it. That one just stuck out to me. And then the third time, I used to take it in when I lived in Driffield, and I used to hang out with this dude that used to drive at the time. I think I was 18. So it was... Yeah, I was 18. It was the following year, but later. That year, 2016, 2017. And we hung out, and we used to take pills every weekend. And at the time, I was working in a farm 5 days a week. And I basically was being paid pennies because of when it was and my age. So they thought they could get away with paying me £5.30 an hour, which the minimum wage is double that now in the UK. Okay, so I should have been paid double, but I was 18, so they took the piss out of me. An 18-year-old now will be on like £7 odd an hour, but that's still pennies in this country, it really is. But yeah, I used to take ecstasy pills with this guy while he was driving, which is stupid. But you live and learn, don't you? And he used to drive me about like to Selby and like just around Yorkshire, like the county. But we mainly drove around Drift, Brid and Scarborough, and would just take those routes and just fuck about, blasting out music in his car, and just taking pills every weekend with my ex-partner and this girl called Kathy, which I haven't spoken to these people since because I fell out with them because they weren't mates. Because you hang out with these people when you're not high and you realise you don't click. That's the problem with MD. It's a very fake drug. A very fake drug. Fast forward a bit, and I used to go raving late 2017, and for a few years after that I was going raving until the whole lockdown shit. And I kind of got turned off going to this warehouse that I used to go to in Leeds, because all the people that were going ended up being COVID munchers, okay? And they just forgot about what the whole scene was about. Like, because it was all old school shit, but you had a modern room as well, that played like modern day shit. But I always used to go to the fucking old school rooms, because that's where people would do it, like, taking pills and shit. And I took a pill there with... the first time I went to this warehouse, I took a pill there with my mate Josh and Charlie. Like, I've done a lot with Charlie, but that's only because we've been together so long, and I haven't really had that many friends since I was a teenager, in all honesty. I've struggled with finding friends in my adult life, and I'm 24, you know, I've still got time, but every time I meet someone, they don't like me. I can't really be helped, can it? But it's either they don't like me or I don't like them, you know what I mean? Can't be a mutual thing, can it? Anyway, yeah, we took the pills, weren't planning on it, we were just planning on drinking, but someone came up to us and offered us some ecstasy tablets. I was like, fuck yeah! What? I'm at a fucking rave and I'm not going to take any pills. Are you taking the piss? Mate, give me fucking 5. That's not how many we had. I think we bought 4. It might have been 5 actually, because there were 3 of us and we wanted a few pills spare. And it could have been 5, I mean, I don't know. It was 5 years ago now. Yeah, actually, it's November. It was November the 11th, 11/11 in 2017. It was genuinely 11/11, and I was following synchronicities at the time, and that's really what made me want to go, because it's like, oh, we've got to go. It's 11/11, and I'm glad I did, because I still fucking remember that night like it was yesterday. It was so good. Honestly, we were just in the house tent, taking the the pills, waiting for it to come up. And oh my god, we just got into the fucking old school fucking hardcore little garage bit downstairs, playing drum and bass, fucking anything you can fucking imagine. UK garage, um, anything really. If you're from the UK, you'll know about like our fucking rave scene and shit. Probably, maybe not. But yeah, I was just there fucking busting my fucking moves, you know what I mean? Like, I can dance, like, I am cringy, but I can dance if I'm off my fucking head. I look fucking great when I do it. I've had plenty of people say I look good when I dance. Because, you know, when you're in those states, you're just in the flow. Fuck what people are thinking looking at you. If you're at a fucking underground rave, right? And you've got fucking everyone off their head around you, you're gonna fucking dance, aren't you? You're not just gonna sit there with your fucking face fucking full of something. Anyway, yeah, we danced the whole night, but the guy that I was with was sort of putting a downer on the whole mood. Because he kept fucking saying, oh, why are you dancing like that? Stop watching other people. Do your own thing. Like, what do you mean do my own fucking thing? Trying to ease into the night, and then he was like, "Oh, watch me," and I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. He danced like an absolute fucking twat. I'm telling you. I'd reenact it, but no, I'm not embarrassing myself like that. And it just made me fucking piss myself. oh, what a guy! What an absolute guy! And we didn't go to bed. Just got the train back. At like 5 in the morning. And then we did it again at the same warehouse. I went a few times without him. And we went with two boring cunts from fucking Wakefield that were like, oh, I'm not doing pills, no, I'm not doing drugs. Meanwhile, they're fucking necking vodka. I'm pretty sure alcohol's a drug, pal. But this woman was like overweight, and I don't like care how you look, because I'm not exactly the most attractive man on the planet. I am aware of that. I have my own insecurities. Okay? But she wasn't nice either, so we were with this morbidly obese woman who hated drugs but not booze, who was at a fucking rave while everyone was trying to talk to her because they were off their head on E. Yeah, never saw her again after that. And yeah, went a few times to that same warehouse, but then not really significant to really talk about. Same old. And then the last time I went was with the guy that I went with the first time, but this time we didn't do pills because I was starting to really not care about ecstasy anymore. And we just had weed. And yeah, he didn't dance the whole night. He looked miserable. And I don't know, I just didn't really meet up with the guy after that again. You know, you take people to these places, you expect them to at least fucking enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you're bringing the whole fucking vibe down. I haven't been raving since. I took a pill in 2021, I think, or the end of 2020, and I didn't like it. I just, my body just told me, right, you've done this, mate, a million times. Just stop. You're giving yourself fucking brain damage. And I didn't enjoy the high. I felt the euphoria from it, but it didn't feel nice. It was very strange. And that's when I decided not to take pills ever again. But yeah. Oh, I forgot to add, there was one time when I was hanging out with a guy in the car, right, that we bought actual pure crystal MDMA, and he bought 3 grams of it. Now that was fucking strong. And I could literally compare that to when I first did the pills, because that was fucking insane. But they were capsules, the first ones I did. The other ones were like pushed on fucking pills. So I reckon the capsules had the MDMA in it, right? They put the crystal MDMA in it, but we were snorting it, and I was in a pub, and I was actually starting to see shit. Little did I know that MDMA, in its pure form, can be psychedelic as well. But yeah, this is my video about MDMA, MDMM fucking amazing. That's a song, don't look it up, it's shit. Yeah. See you later, guys. Don't do drugs, kids. It'll ruin your life and you'll end up like me.